Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, fam. I see we already have some people in the live stream. Whew. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wellness Wednesdays. I don't think I kept y'all waiting too long. Hello, everybody. Ooh, let me pause that. How is everybody doing today? I am super excited for today's episode. I just want to welcome everybody in. Hello, Spoon and Sunshine Homestead. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Calvin, So Good Gardener. Thank you so much for coming through. I see my homegirl, Denise's Garden of Zen, checking in early. She says, thank you guys so much for coming in. I'm very excited about today. I have a special guest, Miss Princess Cole. And we're going to get into it, y'all, because this young lady, she did something amazing for the gardening community that I don't think she's getting enough recognition for. So she'll be in and she'll be talking with us today. She is an amazing gardener. She has so many businesses, y'all. So if you're ready to learn all about wellness and businesses and support, come on in because Miss Princess Cole is going to give us a great interview. So let's get this party started. I am ready. I hope everybody is doing well today. If you are catching a replay, thank you so much for being here and coming back and checking on Wellness Wednesdays, hanging out with your girl, Kiki Soto here. Thank you for being UGG fam. If you like the video, please like the video, hit that thumbs up, let YouTube know that we here. Circulate me, get me going. Okay, gardening with Princess. All right, take your time. We're welcoming in everybody. So we got you. Hey, Jasmina Love. Thank you for coming in, girl. How y'all doing? This nice Wednesday afternoon. I'm sorry if the lighting is a little crazy, but like we're supposed to be having sunshine today and it is completely cloudy. I prefer to use natural lighting, but it just ain't happening today. So I hope the glow is working for y'all. I hope it's working. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you guys can see me okay. Drop it all down there in the comments. Drop it all down there. Let's see. And if I'm looking down, I'm looking at the comment section. Okay, Princess, if you need me to do anything, just let me know if I need to send you the link. Okay, Jed, thank you. Everything is everything. All right, cool. Thank you very much. So this Wellness Wednesday is going to be a little different. I'm going to drop the link later on after our guest leaves, and I'm going to let some of you guys come up as well because usually I'm just running my mouth, but I don't really include everybody. So this time I want other folks to come in after we have our chat and let's talk for a little bit longer, a few more minutes. Let's see. Hello, everyone in the chat. Hey, Bernie, how are you? Oh, it is giving you a problem. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let me send you the link. Sorry. Let's see. All right. I'm pulling up the link, Princess. Give me 1 second. But it's not going to come from my account. This kind of ghetto, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not going to come from my account. You're going to see my husband's name because I'm actually using his phone right now. But I'm going to send you the link. That's all right, y'all. Live streams always have technical difficulties. It's okay. So how is everybody on this hump day? Because, y'all, I have been exhausted. I have been trying to just like bounce back from just everyday life stuff, but I'm having such a hard time. And I think it's because I'm not having as much interaction with my garden. I'm not having my peacetime, and it's really starting to weigh on me. So I need this Wellness Wednesday. I need this chat with y'all so I can woo-sta and get back to my relaxation. Whew. Almost there, y'all. Do I have any moderators in yet? Hey, Q. Okay. Thank you for coming in, Growing with Hudson. Thank you. Trying to fix this. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. There we go. Found you. All right, I just sent you the link again. All right, I see you there. Okay, all right. All right, you guys ready to get this started? Hi, let's try and DIY. Thank you so much for coming in. It says at work and trying to hide my iPad. Listen, don't be getting in trouble over me, girl. Don't do that. I don't want to be responsible for nobody getting written up, but none of that. Okay, y'all ready? Let's see. Here we go, Mrs.
Frank. Myself. Oh, okay. There we go.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Can you see me good? Can you hear me good?
I can see you. I can hear you.
All right. So nice to finally talk to you. Talk.
Yes.
So how are you doing today?
I'm okay. It is really hot. I watered the garden this morning and came in and showered because I was sweating in like 2.5 seconds. It is hot.
It's not like that here. It's not like that at all. Like, I'm still feeling springish. I'm not quite feeling summer yet.
Yeah, it's almost 100 degrees.
You're so lucky. Not that I'm fiending for the heat, but I'm fiending for it for my plants. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I need my okra and my melons and everything to get that heat. But here in New York, we are just not getting it yet.
See, I'm from New York, so
I heard.
I get it.
Mm-hmm. Now, where in New York are you from?
I'm from the Bronx.
Okay, boogie down. All right.
I'm now I left the Bronx and moved to Atlanta, but then I'm now in Memphis, technically Mississippi, but I can literally walk to Memphis. So I just say Memphis because people don't know where South Haven, Mississippi is.
Okay, so you're in one of those areas where you can stand in two spots and be in two different states.
Okay,
I love it. Okay, so for those of us who are not familiar with you, Princess, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, like I said, I'm from the Bronx. I am a mother. I have 3 children. I am an entrepreneur. I have a couple of businesses. I have a blog. Yeah, I have a blog where I just, post stories about things that are going on in my life, whether it be gardening, herbalism, yoga, because I'm a herbalist and a yoga instructor.
Love it.
I used to do pole fitness, not pole dancing, but pole fitness, because there's a difference.
Well, you have to tell us the difference now. So, as soon as I heard pole, I
thought, but I do a lot of different things. So I'm just here trying to live my life.
Okay, and so the first thing that I always ask my guests is, this is Wellness Wednesday. What does wellness mean to you?
Oh, wow. Wellness, I've always been into wellness and health and fitness ever since I was in middle school. Even the high school that I chose to go to, I chose it because they had a health care program for the students. So my journey in wellness has been, pretty extensive. So I'm really big on self-care and, taking care of your body and making sure that, you use the earth to also help nourish yourself and your mind, body, and spirit. And I think it's really important, especially now. And I see a lot of people really wanting to get into it because now they're getting it. And I'm like,
Yes.
Saying these things all these years, and everybody thought I was crazy. But,
more and more people are jumping on that wave now.
Right, exactly. So gardening also helps with that too, because I grow my own medicinal herbs, and the food in general is just better when you grow it yourself. So.
Oh yes, hands down.
Absolutely.
So I actually was introduced to you by a post that you created.
Mm-hmm.
A list of 77 Black gardeners on YouTube.
Yes.
And I didn't even see it from you. I saw it because my homegirl Denise's Gardeners In, who was actually in the chat, she shared it on her story. And I said, what is this? So I clicked on it and I said, oh my goodness. I saw so many channels that I already follow, and then there were so many more channels to discover. And I mean, that is a good list, like a really good list.
And there were so many. Yeah, there were so many more that just didn't make the list, because I got to a point where I was like getting a little overwhelmed, and I was like, I have to stop.
That's the thing. When I saw it, I automatically knew how much work you had to put in to find those content creators, Black content creators. Because there was a point where I would go on YouTube and literally type in Black gardeners, and you only like one or two would pop up, and then there would be nothing else.
Nothing, right.
And so when I got into YouTube and I started like seeing more and more, it was like following breadcrumbs. You follow one Black gardener, and then you get into a few more, and then a few more, and then a few more. And then when I saw your list, it reminded me of the time where I was having such a hard time finding people that look like me with the like interests, and how much easier you made it for others and everybody else to find each other. So I want to commend you for that.
Thank you.
First of all, thank you for doing that. I feel like more people should be talking about it, and I'm gonna repost it as much as I can.
Yeah, it got a little bit of shares here and there, but I really didn't expect it to even get as many shares as it did.
Really?
But then everybody is kind of like, this is, people were saying things that made me feel like, wow, okay, I didn't feel like it was that big of a deal, but I was like, maybe it is. So I was like, wow, okay.
It's the representation that a lot of us have been looking for a lot of years. You put it in the palm of our hand. And not even just that, you gave a lot of Black gardeners a platform. You extended your followers, your reach, So again, thank you so much for that.
Yeah, no problem.
And now, what inspired you to do that in the first place?
Even though I had already found quite a few Black gardeners on YouTube, there was still too many non-Black faces popping up as I'm scrolling, and it's kind of exhausting. And not that I don't watch those channels, but I think all of us know how algorithm works, and the more Black YouTubers you watch, the more will pop up as you scroll. So I had to I was like, this is ridiculous. I cannot keep scrolling. And then even after a while, after watching more Black gardeners on YouTube, it'll kind of just disappear a little after a while, and then all of the other channels will start popping up, and I'm like, why?
That's not what I asked for.
Right, exactly. It doesn't matter. It seems like even though that's what I searched for, and that's what I'm looking for, you still choose to show me something else. And like I said, I don't have a problem with watching channels from anybody else, but I'm like, come on. So I felt like I had to do something. So even if it's somebody who hasn't posted in a year, but they have good content on their channel, I'm going to subscribe because they deserve it.
Exactly. And I always say I subscribe to everybody Black. I just do.
Right.
I just do. Now, I'm not going to say I'm not going to say that I'm going to sit here and watch every single video you put out. My notifications ain't on for all 77 now.
Exactly. Right.
But at least if I'm subscribed, when you drop a video, it'll at least go through my feed. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I can hit my subscription button and I have a better chance of seeing what you're putting out there.
Exactly. And even if I'm not actively like just staring and watching the video, like I'll put a video on while I'm cooking so I can at least hear it and then get that view, you know what I'm saying? And because it helps. So, and of course, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, hey, I'm just here trying to help your channel. I'm not going to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But, you know, so I feel like it's just necessary.
Absolutely necessary. And that was a great thing that you did. But you also, I didn't know until I looked further your link slide. You also put out another list earlier about Black houseplant YouTubers.
Yes, it was a list. That was the first list, and I think I did that list I want to say last year. But it was like a combination of like Black gardeners and houseplant people, you know what I mean? But then I was like, there has to be something specific because I know everybody doesn't care about houseplants, and then everybody who likes houseplants doesn't care about gardening. So I had to
learn that the hard way.
Right. And I have houseplants. I'm sure you can see some of them behind me, but you know, it's like some people don't care about that. You know what I mean? I care more about gardening than I do houseplants, you know, so.
I care about both.
I hear you. I hear you.
I am. So I just want to jump in the chat real quick and welcome more people in.
Okay.
Let's see. Urban Gardening Chronicles, thank you so much for coming in. We got Rambo Green Hands. Welcome. Whole new perspective. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Thank you for coming in. She says, good morning, Kiki Princess and everyone.
Good morning.
Rolling out the box says, Urban Girl Gardening, you were one of the first to show love to my channel. Oh, thank you. Listen, when I find new channels, I just like to say hi and let them know that you are being watched, whether you have 200 views or 2 views. Somebody is doing, and just keep on going. You know what I mean? Like that's it. And I love to see the growth too. It's absolutely amazing. Yes. Okay. And Growing with Hudson is sharing your YouTube channel in the chat. Thank you so much for doing that, Q. We appreciate that because you are on the road to 1,000. So we do want to get you there.
Yeah. You know, and I try not to think about that because I know a lot of people get stuck on, oh my goodness, I want to be seen. Right. And I want to be seen only because I like, you know, showing people about gardening. That's just it. I genuinely love showing, and then my channel is not necessarily about teaching and how to do this and how to do that, but there are some things in there that, you know, people are like, oh, I didn't know.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
So, but now, actually, a few days ago, I said, you know, I think I'm probably going to go ahead and also start sharing more about the medicinal plants, and you know, because people who are gardening also are trying to grow their own medicinal herbs and things. And I'm like, well, you know, they also need to know about that too. So, you know, so that's important. So I was like, okay, let me go ahead and maybe do like medicinal Mondays, and I'll post a short video about a herb and, you know, its benefits.
Your last one was the how do you say Oxymel?
Oxymel, right?
Oxymel. Okay, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oxymel is basically like an immune booster. They typically help with digestion because an Oxymel has to have at least 2 things: the apple cider vinegar and the honey. And then you can pretty much add anything else that you want, but it has to have those 2 things. And honey is very soothing to the throat and things like that. It also helps with digestion, just like the apple cider vinegar. So you can take it as an immune booster, even when you don't feel sick, or if you feel like a cold coming on or something, you can take a spoonful or a shot here and there throughout the day.
Okay. All right. And is there like a balance, like a ratio? Can it be more acidic than honey or more honey than acidity?
It depends on you. I kind of like mine a little bit more watery, so I add more apple cider vinegar than honey, but you can definitely do the same amount of both. Okay. Most people do that, but I tend to like mine a little runny, so.
Herbs or anything else you want to throw in there?
Yeah, you can throw in some herbs. Some people use lavender. I like to throw lemon thyme in mine because thyme is a good herb for immune boosting. So That's a good one. But you can pretty much add any kind of herb that you like.
Okay, so Miss Princess Cole, you are on YouTube, you are on Instagram, you have your blog, you are an herbalist who offers herbalism courses. You have you're a yoga instructor, and I hear kids in the background.
Yes, and they are currently fighting. They are currently fighting, and I'm like, oh God.
Don't worry about it. I sent mine outside. It looked like it's about to storm, but they're gonna stay out there.
Oh, see, I would. I mean, it is so hot. It is so hot. They'll be coming back in the house like, It's too hot.
How do you do it? How do you do it all? How do you make time for it all?
I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it. My oldest is 17, but she's currently with my dad right now in Atlanta, so she's not here. But usually, like if something is going on, I'm like, hey, can you take the kids in the room real quick? But
that's me. My oldest is 17 too, and she's the one I'm like, go take them outside.
Right, yeah. And I'm trying to, I don't do it too often because I'm not the one who's like, hey, you have to watch them just because you're older than them, because they're 4 and 5. So I started over. I started all the way over again.
7 and 3.
See, so you get it.
I get it.
So I mean, I don't really have a set schedule, but we do have a routine where I usually get up at about 5, and I do my morning meditation and my yoga, and I may go outside to do my workout. But if not, I'll do it inside. So I usually try to do my morning garden check, and I do all of that before everybody gets up. Okay. Then by the time they get up, I've already showered, and now I'm making breakfast. And after breakfast, they do homeschool, and then after that, they're only home. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been homeschooling since before the pandemic. So this is something I've already been doing. I took my oldest out of school maybe like 2 years before the pandemic happened.
And what made you make that decision to homeschool as opposed to public school?
One of the major decisions for that was because I'm not raising a robot. And I don't feel like everybody should have to learn on the same level as everybody else around them. It just does not work like that. And she was having a hard time. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to take you out of school.
Right.
And then there was an instance where I got an email from the school. It was very vague. And I had to find out from my daughter that they found a gun in somebody's book bag.
Oh, no.
I said, okay, that's it.
Time to go.
It's time to go. The next day I went to the school. I'm getting her out of here. I'm not dealing with this because this is ridiculous. And in the previous year before that, a student had killed himself. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I was done because that's a lot.
Yeah,
I was like, no. And I didn't like the fact that the email
have to process and then continue to focus on the studies. That's way too much.
Right. So I didn't appreciate the vague email with the very lack of details given. And I had to find out from my child that it was involving a gun. So I said, okay, that's it.
Whew.
That's it.
So with you having, you have 3 children?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So are they involved in the yoga and the gardening?
They are. They really, really enjoy it. So I try to make sure that because they like it, I do incorporate them. And because of that, they don't touch my houseplants. Like I see a lot of people complaining about with their kids. And they're like, oh, my child did this. They knocked over my plant. And I was like, that's probably because you don't allow them to help. If you allow them to help,
go through that. I call my 3-year-old the first year or so, I wanted to, she was Babyzilla. I mean, one time I even call her, she watches me putting the pot and mixing stuff together. I even call her putting pancake batter in one of the pots and mixing.
Oh, listen,
she was following me. She was mimicking what I was doing.
Right.
Now at 3, since we can communicate better, she'll ask a question. She knows when something's ready to harvest, or she wants to help me water the plants and stuff like that. So listen, I had to learn.
My son poured a whole cup of lemonade in one of my plants. I said, "Oh, okay, we have to change this." So
they be crying.
But now they're like, ooh, can I do this? Ooh, can I do that? And sometimes I'll give them their own little seedling and pot and soil. Go over there and do your thing. And so now they have their own little raised bed and they have their plants in there. So, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a mom, you're a businesswoman. What advice do you have for other women in your situation? Your responsibilities on starting a business, how to get started?
It's not easy. It's not. I'm not even going to pretend like it's not. I do not recommend doing what I did because I just quit my job like on the spot. Like, I'm not coming back. I'm not doing this. I'm not coming back. You are taking away time from me focusing on my business. I had nothing. I had nothing. I had no money saved. I was like, F it. I'm just going to do what I do.
You went out on faith, but you had faith.
It worked. In the first 2 weeks, I tripled what I would have gotten on my check from my job. And I was like, I should have left a long time ago. You know what I mean? But I do not recommend anybody do that because it may not work out like that for you. You know what I mean? But
so I'm seeing some questions in the chat. We usually hold off on the questions, but let's see. Growing with has a question. She says, Princess, is there a different base to make echinacea medicine? I see vodka is normally used.
There are actually quite a few. You can use vodka, you can use rum, you can use whiskey. However, if you're asking if there's a different base as opposed to alcohol in general, then yes. You can use honey by itself. That'll be more like a thick syrup though. You can use vegetable glycerin. It's not going to be as strong as if you were to use an alcohol base.
Right.
But it works well.
That's what I use for my extract.
Yeah, and it doesn't store as long as an alcohol based tincture. Right. You can also use vinegar, apple cider vinegar. That stores almost as long as the alcohol base. So there's definitely different options you can choose if you prefer not to use alcohol, and especially if you have children and you're not comfortable with giving them the alcohol based tincture. But tinctures do work the best. They're like, that's with alcohol, that's the best option.
Okay. That question actually came from me. Thank you so much, Q, for reposting it. I appreciate that. So, your herbalism course, what is the name of your herbalism company, and where do you offer your courses, and how do we find them?
Well, it's an online apothecary, and it is called Aikido Enchanted. And I have 2 courses available. There's an intro course, and that's for just anybody who just really wants to learn the basics, or for somebody who knows a little bit, but they kind of need a refresher. Okay. There's an advanced course for people who want to dive a little bit deeper into it, and as well as for anyone who would probably like to offer products for the public. So even if you don't want to offer products for the public, you can still take the advanced course, but it is also for people who want to probably have their own apothecary and sell their own, medicinal herbs.
Okay. So, do you offer yoga classes online as well?
I did, not at the moment. I'm actually redoing that whole website. I had to scale back because I did open a yoga studio in Atlanta. I had closed it because the area just wasn't working. The area wasn't working. The gas station from across the street from me had gotten robbed at gunpoint.
Oh no!
I have to get out of here.
Time to go. We love you, ATL.
Yeah. So hopefully I open another physical yoga studio in the future. But right now I have to work on finishing that website so that I can do online yoga classes.
Okay. So with all your businesses, what came first? Like, did you just start everything at once? Which passion did you go for first?
So my very first business was making jewelry. And it wasn't something that I thought about turning into a business. it was an idea that somebody put in my head, because I stopped buying real jewelry because I will always lose them. I'm like, I'm tired of losing these expensive diamonds. I'm not just gonna, I'm like, it is what it is. I'm like, okay, I'll make some cute little jewelry that I could just put on, and if I lose one, who cares?
Right.
You know, so I would make little bracelets and earrings, just bracelets and earrings. And one day somebody was like, oh, you know, where'd you get it? I was like, oh no, I made these. And they were like, oh my God, you should sell them. And I was like, really? No, it's not that nice. And she was like, no, those are like really nice. And I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe I'll try it. And I tried it, and it wasn't my thing. I didn't want to sell my jewelry. It was just for me, and it was something that I did just for me. So I shut that down quick. It lasted probably maybe a year, because it wasn't something that I wanted to sell. You know,
right.
Like I said, it was just something I really did for me, and I wasn't interested in making it a business.
And that's the word, when you force a business. It's no longer fun, it's no longer personal and just for you.
Exactly. So then I like to draw, and I love to cook, and I love to bake. And I was drawing, it was just random. I was drawing like a wedding cake for whatever reason. And my sister's husband walked past me, and I was on the couch, and he doubled back, and he looked down, and he was like, you just drew that? And I was like, yeah, why? He was like, I didn't know you could draw. I'm like, yeah, I can draw. He was like, can you actually make that cake? And I was like, I don't know. Maybe I should try. So he wasn't her husband yet. They were about to get married.
Right.
So he was like, maybe you should do it. So I was like, okay. So for her wedding, she was like, well, you know what? I want like a nice cupcake tower. So I did like this really nice cupcake tower, and it came out really nice. And I was like, I think I kind of like this. So you know, that was my second business, but that was my baby.
Okay.
And I was baking cakes and cupcakes and other desserts. And I used to do really, really nice cakes. And for a long time, like for years. Mm-hmm. And I kind of lost the passion for it after I moved here to Memphis. And yeah. And
is it like having to build new clientele and stuff like that? Was
right.
It?
So and it kind of just, and then I was pregnant. So I was like, oh God, I just don't feel like doing this right now. So I told myself this is a temporary shutdown. And in the future, I would like to have a cake truck, not a food truck, but a cake truck. So I'm holding on to that. That's, you know, in the back of my head, but that's something that I really want to do in the, you know, long future.
I'm glad you're not letting it go. One of my mottos,
I don't think I can let that go completely.
Right. One of my mottos with the kids and with myself, they always have so many different things they want to do. And I'm like, I don't know if I should do this or I should do this. I don't want to do this. It might take away from this. And I'm like, do everything.
Right. Like everybody, as long as it's something that you really like, do it.
Right. But it's not. You have more time than you think you have. Do all the things. Like,
right. There's nothing wrong with having multiple businesses, because people do it all the time. There are a lot of even just celebrities who you don't even know own something, because, you know, you don't hear about it. You just know that that's the company, you know of the company, and then you find out, oh, I didn't know. Look at Shaq. Do you know how many businesses he owns?
That man is everywhere.
Like, are you kidding me? I'm like, oh, please. You better start those 5 businesses and stop playing.
And he had a sheriff or officer or something like that now.
Yeah, he does everything. And I'm like, there's no reason why you or even myself cannot do multiple things.
Exactly.
You know,
okay, so you made jewelry, and then you went into the cakes, and then you put the cakes on the back burner, but it's coming back.
Yeah, the cakes actually got put on the back burner back in like 2018. So that's fairly recent. So I started that in 2011. So I was doing it for a while. And then I started getting into pole fitness in 2010, which was a year before I started my cake business. But I didn't start teaching pole classes until about 2014. And my friend's mother, she owned a gym, and she also taught there. She was like, oh, well, then you should come teach with me, and then you can do classes on certain days, and I can do classes. I'm like, okay, cool. So cool. So I did that. And I also did personal classes where I had people come to my house, and I would do like one-on-one classes.
Nice.
And then I would host like pole parties, and I would like teach a whole group of women how to do different things or whatever. And I would also teach.
Wait, you got a pole in your house?
Yes.
Okay.
And I also used
That's
to
a part
teach.
of wellness. I don't care what nobody.
I used to teach strippers also. So it was like, you know, I would have strippers come to me and be like, I don't know how to do all those tricks. And I'm like, I got you, girl. So,
Okay,
you know, I personally didn't.
I'm coming to Memphis. But what Mississippi/Memphis. I'm coming.
Yeah. So
the personal lesson.
Yeah, so I did that for a while, and I stopped teaching, not for any particular reason, because when I opened the yoga studio, I actually was also teaching pole at the studio as well. So the online pole classes will be coming with the online yoga classes.
Sign me up now.
Yeah, so those are coming.
I'm ready.
I'm working on it.
I am ready. A little bit off topic. Do you watch P-Valley?
I do.
Ma'am.
I do.
Can you teach me how to do that?
I can definitely teach quite a few of those moves.
I need to. Okay.
I can definitely teach quite a few of those. Yeah.
And then
somebody said pole classes. What did I miss?
Yes, honey. Yes. Listen, we're talking about core strength. We're talking about inner strength and outer strength. Okay.
Absolutely. But see, and the reason why I started getting into it is because it literally is a full body workout. Like, you don't have to do anything else. If you like, I do incorporate other things like weightlifting and things like that. But like, you literally only need that. If you've never done it before and you try it for the first time, like the next day, you're going to be like, my neck, my back, my arms, my legs, your feet will hurt, like everything, because it literally works out your whole entire body. Like, it's like
I'm excited.
All in one.
Listen, well, if you're doing the pole fitness, then we can unwind with the stretching with the yoga.
Right. Exactly.
So as soon as it's up and running, let me know. I will let everybody else know, because
definitely.
I'm down. I am so down. What size pole I need? Yep, we'll talk.
Yeah.
So what did you start first? Which social media did you start first to help your businesses? Because I know now TikTok runs the world, but what helped your business the most?
I was on Facebook first because Instagram didn't exist at the time. Sure. So I was definitely on Facebook first, and then of course Instagram. And I'm on TikTok now. I really wasn't gonna be on TikTok. Like, I was like, I'm not getting on no damn TikTok.
Everybody starts with that mind frame.
Yeah, because and even now that I'm on it, I'm still kind of like, I don't want to have to keep posting on all these different platforms. It's overwhelming, and I'm like, this is too much. So I said, okay, I'm probably only going to whatever videos on Reels that I post on Instagram, I'm just gonna post them on. I'm not making separate videos. Like, I'm not doing all that. You know, that's too much.
So does advertising on TikTok help your business? Or is it just like getting your face out there and you're just meeting new people?
I think right now it's just getting my face out there because it's fairly new. I only really just recently started posting often enough to, to be seen. But I don't think I'm gonna like make it a big deal. Right. Yeah, I'm not. I prefer to stick with Instagram and Facebook.
And even YouTube, like you'll see like your regulars coming on YouTube, on Instagram and Facebook, of course. Most of my views for YouTube come from Facebook because that's where I started. That's where my Facebook group is.
Right.
TikTok is not oil. Like, you'll have one video that's boom, and then you'll have another video where nobody even looks. And I'm like, what is this?
Exactly. Like, I don't know what kind of algorithm they got going on, but it's just like, what?
And at this point, we have too many algorithms to figure out, okay?
Exactly.
I still don't understand.
And I'm not trying to figure out a new one. So I'm like, I'll post my videos. If something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I don't care. Like, I'm just not going to worry about it.
So what are 3 herbs that you grow personally right now in your garden that you think everyone should be growing.
Okay, so one of my favorite herbs that I grow is Tulsi, which is also called holy basil. And it's because it is an adaptogen, and it is something that I think is really good for most people for overall wellness. So that's one. I also grow ashwagandha, and I think that is also another good one. It's also an adaptogen.
Okay.
And, even though it is an aphrodisiac, you don't necessarily have to use it for that. It's great for insomnia and stress and depression, which
but
also,
right.
But also because it's good for insomnia, stress, and depression, it's gonna kind of boost that libido a little bit, you know. So that's a really good one. And I really love rosemary. Just the smell and like, you know, it's just, I mean, it's a really good culinary and medicinal herb, but the smell alone is just like, I love it. So I use it a lot in cooking.
And rosemary, I always talk about this. Whenever I have like some itchiness on my scalp or something like that, I always make like rosemary tea and I spray it on my scalp, and it just feels so good.
Exactly.
Or I'll spray it like
I have a rosemary salve for my scalp sitting right here, and I sit here while I'm watching TV, and I'm just
right. I steep cloves and rosemary together, and I just spray my scalp, and it goes away like that. It's so good. So I was gonna ask you 3 common herbs. So we have rosemary. For like the beginner gardeners that want to get into medicinal herbs as well. What are they growing right now that they can use, and how can they use it?
You know, you will be surprised at how many culinary herbs are medicinal herbs. I'm pretty sure somebody's growing thyme. I'm pretty sure somebody's growing just regular basil. Regular basil is good for coughs, and you know, just it relaxes you. So basil is a good one, and it's just a herb that mostly everybody grows. So thyme, basil, and what else? I'm drawing the blank. Even lavender, obviously. You know, I think that's a lot of people grow lavender, so that's pretty common. Oregano is antifungal, it's antiviral. So oregano, you know, it's just not a regular culinary herb. Pick those leaves and make an oil. You know what I'm saying? You can.
I was gonna say, oil is used for some feminine health, isn't it?
Right, exactly. So oregano oil is also good for if you're making your own deodorant. It helps stop bacteria, because you know, if you stink, that's because of bacteria. So so oregano oil in your homemade deodorant will kill some of that bacteria from causing bad body odor.
Do you make your own deodorant?
I do.
Can you please make a video on it?
Oh yeah, I can definitely do that.
Yes.
I can definitely do that. So there's so many herbs that people are growing just to use to cook with, that you know, you don't even realize that you can literally make medicines with those herbs.
Exactly. Like another one, parsley is one that everybody uses. And some people say, oh, parsley don't go on everything.
Right.
But you can steep your parsley and drink parsley tea. I know in the mornings, I would blend parsley with lemon juice and water and drink that down just to get like.
Yeah, it's a diuretic. So it'll help you clean and flush out your system, because it's a diuretic. Right. So if you have a UTI, drink some parsley tea. It'll stop that shooting pain. Yeah, it may not stop it long term, but once you drink it, you'll notice that shooting pain is gone, and it'll hold you off long enough for you to get to the doctor if that's what you choose to do. If you choose not to want to do antibiotics, you better get some of that garlic and crush it up.
Exactly. And right now I'm drinking dandelion tea from dandelions that I harvested, because I'm having some inflammation issues. You know, it's almost that time of the month, so I'm preparing myself.
Right.
Myself out a little bit, you know. So there's so much that we have right around us, and I'm not growing dandelions.
They're just there.
Right.
Exactly.
So there's so much that we can use. So at this time, I would like to open up the comment section to anybody who might have some questions for you, anybody want to ask you anything. Let's see.
Okay.
Say hi to some more people. G Mama, did I speak to you? Hi, Nisi. How are you? Nikki is here. The Everyday Life of an OCD Chick. Let's see. Urban Garden Chronicle says she takes oregano oil daily since the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yes.
That's good. Yep. It helps a lot.
We have Hey BB in the chat. She says, I'm currently taking growing borage, lemon balm, lemon basil, and rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we have in here? Bernie, hello. Rain and Love, hello. Thank you for being here. If you guys have any questions, just drop them in the chat. Yes. Denise says that garlic and honey is the medicine.
Yes, absolutely. Now sometimes I'll just straight raw the garlic, like crush it up raw, eat it by itself, because that's just me. But when I don't feel like having that strong taste in my mouth, I'll add a little bit of honey onto the spoon. But when I just feel like being a gangster, I crush it up and be like, okay, I'm gonna just take it for the team.
I can't do it straight up like that now, but I do love to roast it, like just throw it in some foil and roast it, and I'll eat it just like that because it gets sweet. You know what I mean? Like
purslane is also a good one. Yeah, I see some people are growing that as well. That one I have never worked with yet, so I can't really say much about it, but I do know that it's also a good one too. I know. But you know what? I feel like it's always good when you can take one single thing sometimes, because sometimes you don't need anything extra. So sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm just go ahead and suck it up and just chew up that raw garlic clove and deal with it.
So I think I saw that you also have a seed shop.
Yes. I have an Instagram page and a website for that, Backyard Garden Seeds.
I think you have the link in the chat too, in the description of this live stream. So if anybody's interested, they can go ahead and click that link as well.
Yeah. So with that, that kind of took off, and I didn't really expect it to, because I was selling extra seeds. Yeah, I was selling extra seeds on my website. Like I didn't really plan on, just selling a whole bunch of seeds. I was like, dang, okay, I'm saving seeds, but I have all these seeds. I'm like, I know I'm not going to use all of these, so I might as well just sell the extra. And then my blog ended up on this list of Black-owned seed companies, and I'm like, no. It was like, this is my blog. It's not a seed company, and it was becoming known as a seed company.
I hear that list. Yeah.
I was like, no. I have to separate them.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, I really don't want to start another business right now, but I also feel like I wanted my blog to be what it was, which just a blog. You know what I mean? That I happen to sell things on.
Right.
So I said, okay, I'll separate it. It'll be like a little small business thing on the side. And then next thing I know, it was like the orders were just like flooding. And I was like, what did I do? What did I do?
You did something out the kindness of your heart that God decided to give you a coin for. That's what you did.
I guess so. And because it's just me. So, I'm already doing everything by myself. And now I'm sitting here counting seeds and packaging seeds in these little packets. And this is a lot. And I was like,
is it something that you can see making bigger?
It's something I can see making bigger if I don't have to do the labor anymore.
Ah, gotcha.
Because it's not, honestly, I'm going to be 100% honest. This is not something that I want to do long term. Gotcha. It was just something that was like, okay, let me separate it, because I don't want my blog to be known as a seed company, because that's not what it is. Because then people are going to come on there and they'll be like, what is all this other stuff? Because this is not a seed company. So I felt like I had to separate it to save my blog from being known as a seed company.
But what an amazing opportunity to come out of this.
It really was. And I'm grateful for it. Yeah, I'm grateful for it. But then it wasn't something that I ever planned on making a business out of. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow, okay. Then I kind of felt obligated because it was like, this is a Black-owned seed company and there aren't that many. So I kind of felt stuck having to do it. Right. So I'm like, I feel like I have to do it for my people. But then at the same time, I'm like, but this is not something that I am passionate about.
And now, that was what I was going to say. You have to be passionate about it. Otherwise, it becomes a chore and then a weight also, because you don't owe us your seeds.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But I also know how important it is for us to have something that's like, wow, okay, this is a Black-owned seed company. Now, if I was ever to sell the company in the future, oh, you better believe I'm only selling it to a Black person. It's not going to go to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And if you cannot uphold the beliefs behind the business that I originally had, then you can't have it.
Say it again.
You cannot have it. You know what I mean? So for now, I'm dealing with it. And it does get overwhelming at times when I have a lot of orders and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, especially on days when I have to count the itty bitty seeds.
Oh God. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do this right now, but I do it. You know what I mean? So.
Well, we appreciate you for it, and we appreciate you sharing your time with us.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me just go through the chat and see if we have any questions. If not, I am going to, let's see. Somebody said you need a seed counter.
I know, I do. I really do. And I actually was looking for one to see, you know, how much they cost and if it was really worth it, because I'm still small scale. So it's not like I have like buckets and buckets of seeds that I would be able to dump into the seed counter. So I really had to also think about, is it really worth getting one? You know,
make it a part of your homeschooling curriculum. One.
Right. I know, right? Actually, that is actually a good idea, because then I could use that on my taxes and get my money back. So.
I'm telling you, and listen, hire the 17-year-old. Okay?
I know, right? I know.
Oh gosh. Well, is there anything else that you want to let us know? You want to advertise anything coming up, anything you have going on? Now's your time.
I don't have anything coming up right now. I hate that this was after my sale, because I did have a sale on my advanced herbalism course, because it was half off for Juneteenth. So the course is $300, but it was $150 just on Juneteenth day alone. So after midnight,
$300 is not bad at all.
Yeah, and there's a lot of information in the course, but I do plan on having a discount program for Black people, and I will release the program in February for Black History Month. So that won't be coming for a while, but that will allow some people, and I'm only going to have like maybe a few spots available for the discount program, maybe like 3 to 5 open spots that people can pay the discounted price for. And, you know, so that'll be available from now on, starting in February every year. So, because I know everybody, you know, $300 is not a lot, but maybe to somebody else it is. You know,
right.
So I want to give people the opportunity to be able to
compared to the course that I'm taking somewhere else, that is an amazing price. Right. It's not an herbalism course, plant-based medicine, but it's an absolutely amazing price. And I may come back and see you too.
Yeah, and I think I'll eventually probably do like one-on-one classes, maybe.
That'd be great.
So I might have to try to figure out how to incorporate that as well. But so we'll see. So I don't have anything like immediately happening yet. So.
Okay, well, do all the things. Where can we find you? I'm trying. Give us all the tags.
So everything is pretty much on my blog. So if you go to my blog, you can find all of my social media or wherever I am. So if you go to www.princesscole.com, then you'll pretty much find everything, you know, on there where you can find me. So that is like the home. That's home base. So if you go to home base, you can find me wherever.
Okay.
What books do I recommend? Wow. You know, I really have a lot of books, and I don't know if I recommend one over the other, because they all offer different information. It's not the same. But let me see. I can't think of any names of any of the books off the top of my head. I think I might have one sitting right here. Let me see.
We waiting for you to write one.
I'm working on it, actually. I am. I really am working on it. I'll try to come back and post some links to some books, because I do have quite a few books. Okay. But I thought I had one sitting right here, but I probably put it away. But yeah, I do have quite a few books, and like I said, they all offer different information. So I recommend just getting as many books as you possibly can, because they'll tell you different things. And then also see if you can find like a mentor, because there are things that you won't find in books. Absolutely. You know, things that are not documented. And I personally do have some of that information. I'm not a mentor though, but I will answer any questions anybody has. So, you know.
Okay, and we appreciate that. Now, I believe in the description box of this video, we have links to everywhere, everywhere that you are, including your blog, which is the home base. But I have to link to your Instagram and your YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed and you want to see some of the beauty going on in her garden, it's there. So check out Gardening with Princess, and thank you so much for coming on my Wellness Wednesdays. You know, I feel like every time I do a Wellness Wednesday, I get incredibly nervous. Especially when I have guests that I'm not familiar with. Like you and I, we don't know each other outside here. Unlike a lot of my other guests, we've never had like a one-on-one conversation, text, or anything like that. So the fact that you even said yes, I greatly appreciate.
I'm always up for it, even though I get nervous too, because I'm like, I don't really like to do a lot of videos, even for myself. So sometimes I'm like, I make myself do it. And then I had to force myself to remember, because we're on different time zones. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's not 12 o'clock for me. It's 11 o'clock for me. So I was like, okay, 11 o'clock. Otherwise, I would have been here a whole hour late.
Oh, Lord. And I'd have been
like, oh no, like, what is she doing?
Princess. Then I would have found a number to call you. Princess.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well,
yes,
okay.
Definitely reach out, because I'm always up for answering any questions.
Absolutely. And thank you again for sharing that post. Guys, if you have not seen it, I can guarantee that almost all the names in this chat right now are on that list that Princess put together. 77 Black gardeners on YouTube. I can tell you right now, you're on that list. I see the names. I see them. So check Princess out. Check out that list and share it, so that we can give other people some recognition, so that they can see that we are looking for them. We're searching for their content, and we appreciate them putting themselves out there. And Princess, we appreciate you putting that out there. Thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome. If you're not on the list and you find the Instagram post, please put your channel in the comments. I don't mind. Just put your channel in the comments, because if there are, I obviously know there are more than 77 channels, but I had to stop at some point. So if you do not see your name, please comment your YouTube channel in the comments. So
got the and don't go over there and not follow her and just be adding your name.
I don't mind that either, because you know, sometimes if what I post on my page you don't want to see all the time, then don't follow. That's fine. But I would prefer you do.
Well, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time out. And I will definitely see you out there in these YouTube, Instagram streets. At the pole class, as soon as it's up.
It's coming.
As soon as it's up, send me the link.
I will.
I'm going to start doing my questions now. I'm going to try to get a head start.
See, but that's the good thing, though. You don't even have to do all of that in the beginning, because the poll alone will get you all of that.
Okay. Waist trainer? Do I need the waist trainer?
Nope. You don't need anything at all.
So I just breathe and dance. Dance, strut. Okay.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Breathe, dance, strut. I'm ready. Thank you so much. I will see you soon. Thank you. Right. Take care.
All right, you too.
Wow, that was such an amazing show. Thank you again, Princess, for coming on. Wow. And thank you guys all in the chat. You guys are amazing. Every time I do one of these Wellness Wednesdays, I always think nobody's going to come on. every single time, and you guys never cease to amaze me. It's supposed to be a 1 hour show, but I want to open up the floor. Usually I don't let people come up and hang out with me, so I'm willing to stay on for a little while longer. My moderators, you guys have the links to the live stream. If you want to drop it in the comments, anybody want to come up and chat for a few minutes, let me know. We can keep this going for at least another 10, 15 minutes. Anybody want to come on in? Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, James Franklin, how are you? Thank you for coming in. And actually, I'm going to, I think I have the link too. Let's see. I'm in as Jeremy, y'all. So, so I just dropped the link as well. So if you guys want to come in, you are definitely welcome. Hey, GT Jr. What is up, fam? Long time no see. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very nice to see you here. How's it going in Alaska, fam? I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. You got to come back and hang out in these YouTube streets. Let's see. If anybody wants to come up, otherwise I will let y'all go and enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday. So, and I also want to let you guys know, if any of you have any suggestions, anybody that you're looking at out there in these YouTube, Instagram, or even if they don't have any social media right now, but you see them doing something positive and you think they need a spotlight, they need a platform to put their business or their wellness endeavors out there, please let me know, because I'm always looking for more guests, more positivity. So please, please let me know, and I will get them on the show. Definitely, definitely. You emailed me, Nikki? Okay. I have to check. I have to check it. I'm sorry. All right. Well, if nobody wants to come up, we can do it another time. But thank you guys again for hanging out with me. There was 20 some odd people in this chat, so I hope those likes are up there. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Make sure you share the live stream if you found any of this information important, useful. Okay, I do see someone. All right, let's see who we have. Let's see. Oh, okay.
How you doing, sister? And GT. Now, GT. I know you ain't gonna run for me like that, man. You know.
Bros, what is up?
How you guys doing?
Oh, Lord. How are y'all doing? Y'all sleeping up here?
Good. I'm not even at home.
I'm interviewing. How y'all doing?
I'm out here planting some stuff. I'm literally planting. I just sold some parsley and I just sold some bag of stuff. I'm just sowing like crazy right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I'm planting out stuff, man. How you doing, GT?
GT, what's going on?
It's kind of hectic, you know. I got that house and it's a lot of responsibility. A lot of everything, but
it's a big blessing. So you
like
know some big responsibility.
I've been dropping seeds like it's nobody's business. I just think one more
that's
time.
The thing. The new place is crazy. One more time.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Been dropping seeds.
Waking up, fam.
Gigi just sounded like the Matrix for a second a minute ago. When Neo was going
Come back, fam. Come back.
Come back, Gigi. Come back. Don't hit the red one.
You break it up, brother. And we need to talk because you've been MIA.
Yeah, because obviously I think is trying to get like the property going, and it is a lot of work. It's a lot of responsibility. I think starting from scratch, and like for him, I think, boy, but it is a blessing because that's yours. You know what I mean? Like every day you
Exactly.
put that key in that door and you're going, I've got something. You know, I've worked hard for it, so why not? But how are you, Miss Madness? Growing like a
just doing my little thing,
like a cup of tea, Marja, for all that lovely groceries that I've been seeing recently.
Oh my
Amazing.
God. Listen, it's getting a little bit much. Like everybody, if you followed me last season, so you know you're my homie.
100%.
Y'all know I love me some beans. I love me
You're
some
a bean
beans.
queen.
I love me some beans. This year I OD.
You said what now?
On the beans, on growing the beans. I OD on growing.
You did a OB or did you OD?
It's too early for this, Rambo. I don't know what time it is where you at, but it's too early over here.
It is 6 o'clock, girl. It's 6 o'clock in the UK. It's literally 6 o'clock. Yeah. Jeremy, come and get you, woman.
We're harvesting a lot, but I'm like, I'm not ready to can yet. So I kind of didn't time it.
Mm-hmm.
The way the beans are coming in, I'm getting like big bowls.
Was it one that I saw you and your little daughter? You were out there. I'm like, she's got beans. I was like, wait a minute. What time of year is it? She is on the next level that you're harvesting so much, and it's a blessing. Yeah. I think it's definitely it's a reward for the sweet potatoes because boy, we don't want to go down there that route. This is a reward in itself.
Listen, we're not going to talk about the sweet potatoes, okay? You're not going to come up on my good live stream and bring up the past, okay? There's a whole video. If somebody want to see it, they can go back to the, okay? But I rebuke that. We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
No, we ain't.
I'm going to get another chance. Did you see the picture I posted, the sweet potatoes that sprouted? I feel like I'm being bullied at this point because I wasn't planning on growing potatoes. I wasn't planning on growing potatoes, and there they go sprout and ready to go. Like, what's up with that?
Spit them in the ground, sis. Spit them in the ground. Spit them in the ground. Like it doesn't matter. Like I did my slits right, and then I had a sweet potato and I stuck it inside of still keeping it incubated. It started to grow, so what I did, I just stuck it in the ground. I think I've killed that. I think I've planted it in somewhere where it shouldn't be, but I've already got some other slits somewhere else, so I didn't mind. I just planted them. It doesn't matter.
I think I'm just going to stick it in a grow bag.
Yeah, stick it in the grow bag and see what happens. Absolutely. Because right now we have a lot more sunshine. Like literally, yesterday I was down here till about 10 o'clock in the night, and it was still quite bright here.
Okay, where'd he go?
GG.
Where you at, fam? Hey, there you are.
Yeah, now we got you.
Okay, now we vibing. Hey, Jeremy, absolutely. I got the homies up here.
Mr. Jeremy. I'm sweating because I'm sitting there because there's people playing music outside, so I didn't want to bring it out there. Right now they're playing Beyonce.
Did y'all enjoy the Wellness Wednesday?
Enjoyed it. Thank God I wasn't on your screen at that time when she said she was doing what? I was like, yeah, seeds. And then she was losing her mind over the seeds. I'm like, God damn. Now that's what I'm talking about.
See, I'm gonna have to have you guys on.
Oh, the time difference is the danger part because obviously whenever you're doing your Wednesdays, I am busy on the Wednesday. I literally just catched it just now. I finished work.
Rambo. I'm worth it.
Yeah. But I can't just keep work. I'll be fired. I don't want to have a firing squad. Actually, I'll probably have 2 firing squads because you're gonna kill me, and I'm gonna be killed by the people that I work for.
I cannot. GC, where you been at? You have been absent from these YouTube streets.
I've been busy. Vacation, new house, everything, new job, DoorDash, and you name it. I've been putting in work, so I got so many things on my mind that it's hard to concentrate sometimes and catch everybody's live and watch videos and stuff. So
I know.
It's just a whole different responsibility. Huh?
Because every time I pop over there, Kiki, I'm like, where the hell is he? He ain't put nothing
Yeah,
on you.
we
Let me
going
go
on
back.
the page like, where is GT?
I've been doing stuff. I took some video. It's just to edit it, and it's just
That's the
I had to
thing.
step back. I had to step back a little bit. You know.
It
Yeah, you
takes
have a
so
home to
much
prepare.
time to edit and put these videos together.
Say it again.
I said it takes so much time to edit and put these videos together.
It is. That's for
Recording
sure.
is the easy part.
I've gotten so
Yeah.
used to
So
editing, like it's just ridiculous right now. I got 2 more videos to edit, and I'm going to try to put one up at the end of the week. And even right now, I'm thinking every time I come here, because I'm at the allotment, I ain't reached home yet.
Oh wow.
I'm going to be here till the next 2-3 hours. Literally, I get home probably about 10 o'clock because that's how I'm trying to get the work done. And I'm thinking about, should I film something right now? I'm like,
Just do your work. Just do your work.
I got 2 in the bag right now. I got 2 videos in the bag to edit. And I'm like,
Same
should I put another one? I'm like,
here.
I just sowed some seeds, like literally while watching your live.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I got to plant this. Then I got to plant that. And then I got to, I ain't filming the damn thing.
Listen, there's always work to do in the garden, always. But the thing is, sometimes when you're trying to record and create content, it slows it
Mhm.
down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I try to do most of my planting and transplanting and dropping seeds when I know it's about to rain. You know what I'm
It's the
saying?
best time.
Exactly. Like that's usually the only time that I'm out there planting seeds. Other than that, I'm like weeding and just admiring and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when it's
It
about
is
to rain, I'm a mad hatter out there. I'm dropping seeds everywhere. Sometimes I don't even know what shit is no more because I don't even make the labels. I just be throwing the things out there, like straight up. We gonna have some food in this here garden, okay? We'll figure it out
Listen.
when it grows.
I've got a box next to me, Kiki, because I don't know why, but all my seeds somehow, when I've used them, I'm bad with labeling and having seeds in the right place at the right time. I've got a
Same.
box, and there's a hole in the seed packaging and mixtures of all different seeds of mixed together. There's about maybe 1,000 seeds mixed together at the bottom. And I'm looking at it today and thinking, I wish I would just throw this and to see what happens. I don't know what it is.
Get a big bucket.
I don't know what it is.
Throw some dirt in there and sprinkle all the seeds because I have herbs like that.
I'm sitting on this is compost. This is I'm sitting on compost while I'm talking to you guys, thinking about I'm going to use this soon to do that.
I have a container of herbs that the individual containers have the herbs in it, and then they're in one more container. And some of the lids on the individual containers opened up and they spilled out, so they're all mixed up. And I'm so tempted, like, to just get a bucket and just sprinkle it and just see what all the different herbs are.
Idea, you know, like everybody make a video of like just like seeds that have been mixed together. Let's plant a mixed box or a mixed container. Or something.
Let's start a hashtag.
I ain't got a clue right now. We're gonna have to come up with that one.
I don't know.
We could think about that because that would be a great thing to start something where you accidentally just throw something out there and see what happens.
Let's call it the Great Seed Dump. Just throw it all in.
Alley-oop.
Whatever works. Because what we're going to do, just let them sit there and grow them shits, right?
Exactly. I've got some, and I'm like, I am so tempted. But I don't know. We're going to have to come up with an idea. That'll be a beautiful thing to do with everybody. Like, make sure everybody has some. Because I'm sure we've all had mistakes where seeds have mixed with something. We've all had
right.
them. And they literally just start looking at you every day and they say, I wish I would. Just grab them in this.
You are too funny, yo. All right, listen. Thank y'all for coming up. I want to do this like at the end of my live stream. Just leave it open for like another 15 minutes and just say what's up to y'all because I've been missing the homies and I don't really get a chance to interact in the comment section when I'm doing the interviews because, you know, I try not to keep people too long. It's midday, it's lunchtime, and we just want to chat and bounce. But for the homies, I'll stay on. Thank y'all for coming up.
Oh, it's been it's a pleasure, man.
Y'all know now. I love y'all. Bye.
Hey, hashtag wet though. Hashtag wet though. Hashtag wet on the seeds. The seed dump. What you said it was?
I don't know yet. It's still up in the air. I don't know.
We will keep it in the brain bubbling, and we will see
We
what
gotta
we can
start
come
an
up with.
email chain and figure it out. Like, I don't know. I
Alright,
said, what
that
I
sounds
say?
good.
I said, throw it in the dirt or the great seed dump or something like that. Just drop all the seeds. I don't
Yeah,
know.
we make sure we make a video because
Drop them
obviously that'll
seeds.
be.
That's what we call them. Drop them seeds.
I think Nikki put that in there.
Yeah.
Nikki put
I
it in the
can't see
chat.
the
I was
chat, but
checking.
hello in the chat.
Okay, I'm
Drop
gonna have
them
to go
seeds.
to
Yeah,
the
no,
chat.
Dennis did. Dennis. Oh, Denise. I don't know. I'm slightly tired.
Oh, drop them seeds. Look at me and my girl. That's right, Denise. We here. See, that's why that's my homie. See?
Yeah, absolutely, man. But it's a pleasure, guys, and thank you so much for giving all this information of all these other people, because positiveness is what we're all about, and it's a blessing to be a part of that, just to learn. I
Right.
always say knowledge is fundamental, because if you're not learning something from every single day of your life, you're pretty much shouldn't
And
be.
y'all are gonna have to get on Jeremy because he's supposed to be doing his garden in the
Oh,
mine.
that son of a monkey's uncle.
Y'all gonna have to harass him and tell him to
Where's
get
my,
on it.
where's my stick? Someone's gonna whoop him right now, because the stuff he was giving was diamonds,
good?
man. He was
I don't-
dropping some
I
diamonds.
A1. Right, exactly.
Yo.
So we gotta get him a little inspiration to get back out here and do his gardening the mines. He's supposed to.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Y'all, let's see. I'm gonna get him back up here. Y'all send him some harassing emails too.
I got some bamboo sticks, you know them. Yeah, it does work.
Sir, this is not 1865. Thank you very much. We just celebrated Juneteenth, Rambo. Don't start.
I'm sorry, man. Sorry, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank y'all for coming up.
Peace, love, and blessings to everybody in the chat.
Have a good one, y'all.
Pieces and
Love
peace and
y'all.
love, man. Take it easy. For real.
For real. Oh my goodness, y'all are crazy. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. It is a wrap. We are done. Wellness Wednesday is over, and hopefully the following Wellness Wednesdays, more you guys can come up and hang out with us at the end for a little while as well. I love y'all. This was fun. This was so much fun. This was one of the most relaxing live streams I've done in a while. Thank you guys so much for being here. For all of Princess's information, go ahead and hit the description box of this video. All her links are there. Check her out. Check out that list of the 77 Black YouTubers. It's an amazing list. And like she said, if you're not on it, add yourself. If you know more people, add them to the list as well, right over on her Instagram post. I have a premiere tonight at 8 o'clock, my week 2 gardening tour. I know I haven't dropped the video in a while, but week 2 gardening tour is premiering at 8 o'clock. So y'all can go over and set your reminders. Come holler at your girl. Come see me later. And yeah, learn with me, grow with me. Moderators, thank you so much. You know I love y'all, and I love all of my UGG fam. For real. Bye.